Hi, my name is Claire, and I'm a Millennium Fellow from the University of Pennsylvania. I'm also a founder of the PAD Project, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing SDG 5, which is gender equality, and SDG 4, which is quality education. In many countries around the world, girls drop out of school once they reach puberty age because they lack access to affordable and hygienic menstrual products. In many rural villages throughout India, most girls turn to rags, which actually puts them at risk for infection. And worse still, girls don't even understand what their periods mean. They have many questions. Their older counterparts, their moms, their grandmas don't understand their periods either. And so no one really knows how to address the conversation. And this general confusion is actually what partially stems from a larger cultural stigma surrounding menstruation. So the PAD Project, my organization, is a two-pronged effort that works to ensure that women and girls aren't hindered or humiliated by their periods, rather they're empowered and educated about them. So what we do is we work to supply hygienic menstrual products to women and girls in poverty-ridden villages around the world, the US included. And these are girls who otherwise, wouldn't have access to pads. So we're working to demolish the stigma surrounding menstruation altogether. And we've also created an awareness documentary called Period End of Sentence. And that shows how a sanitary pad can literally change the lives of women and girls in a village in India. I believe that as a young person working to make social impact, it can be really easy to be overwhelmed by the magnitude and the sheer importance of a social issue. And it can be really discouraging when you're trying to tackle it because you feel like you're biting off more than you can chew. So that was something that I definitely struggled with a lot when I was first getting involved with the PAD Project, because I would set these unrealistic goals and be too overwhelmed or literally, physically incapable of accomplishing these goals. And I would tell myself that our efforts weren't over until every single girl around the world had access to hygienic menstrual products and that the stigma had been completely demolished. But anything less than that felt like a failure. But I would say that I've come to realize with the guidance of the Millennium Fellowship that using the criteria of the SMART goals, so sustainable, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals, really can help contribute to your larger project far, far better than some massive, unachievable goal. Because, I think that baby steps are really important, and that's not something that I really acknowledged before this fellowship, I think. And so in the case of the PAD Project, that means focusing on one village and one pad machine at a time and asking myself, what are the specific needs of an individual village or an individual person, and how can the PAD Project best meet those needs depending on whatever specific area we are, because those could completely change. So it's been really important for me to understand how to target the individual needs of different places, and that's been something that's been achievable for the PAD Project, and that's something that I definitely gained from this Millennium Fellowship.